Hey everybody, I am running a little bit behind, so bear with me just a minute while I get my camera going here. We'll be getting started in just a minute. Let's see. Okay, come on now. Orientation is locked. So I'm hoping today we can okay, well, we're locked into this. We'll have to do it this way. I'm hoping today that we can make some room spray in butterscotch and bourbon. And also, I'm out of the laundry scent booster in lemon. So we're going to go ahead and try to make up a little batch of that, just so you can see how that works. Well, it won't let me do that either. All right. I'm new to live on YouTube, so just bear with me. Alrighty. Whoops. I want to get my computer going over here. And just like last week, we're going to do a live over here and then move over to Whatnot. Let's see. All right, here we go. Now, we're all sanitized and ready to go. I think we're going to go ahead and do the laundry scent booster first, just because it needs to set just a little bit before I combine the Epsom salt and the baking soda. That's the way I like to do it. We won't be able to package it today because it does need to, I like to dry it out for about 48 hours before I package it. So let's work on that first. And the first thing we're going to do is weigh out our baking soda. Well, you know what? I didn't pull out my recipe for that. So let me see here. I thought I had everything. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now in the laundry scent booster we have Lemon Lift and Lavender Lullaby, Calm Cotton, and Honeysuckle. And I'll have to say, by far, I believe my most popular is the Lemon Lift. But it does smell really good and fresh and just spring-like. It's nice. Now don't pay attention to my scale. It looks horrible. I have spilt wax on it and it's just it looks bad. It's clean, but it looks bad. We're going to do ounces. Yep. So how y'all doing today? Everybody doing all right? There we go. And I'm going to do 16 ounces of baking soda. Can y'all see that? Y'all just want to laugh at my scale. That's what it is. So this is my second YouTube live ever. And of course I was running a little bit late today, so I had to push it back a little. But I think we've got it now. Can everybody hear me all right? I should not be talking and measuring at the same time. That usually does not go over too well. Alright. Anytime I use baking soda, I always like to run it through this, get all the clumps out. And then next we're going to be adding the Epsom salt. Alright, there's the baking soda. Now the Epsom salt, I may have to use a different scale on this. Not a problem. I have my other scale right over here. Now, let's measure out our Epsom salt. I love this. This is, of course, handmade laundry scent booster, which it does, I mean, it smells wonderful. And it also, the Epsom salt and the baking soda kind of soften your clothes. I've actually replaced my fabric softener with this. Okay, so now we're going to use 48 ounces of the Epsom salt. And here we go. Whoa. Wow, that was a big chunk of salt, wasn't it? Hey, Shane.
Yeah.
Can you come here? Are you watching? Okay, that's fine. All right, we're getting it. 48. Come on now. Can you look on the computer over there for me? I didn't set that in a place where I could see it. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. So, okay. Granny said loud and clear. Can you kind of keep an eye on that for me? See if anybody has any questions or anything. All right, let's see if we can't get this broken up a little bit. I don't really like... I know that my the Epsom salt won't go through this, but it's easier to declump it in smaller batches. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. You should have saw that big, huge salt that fell out. It was a big, huge clump. That's what we're working on right now, is try to get some of those big clumps out. I mean, technically it doesn't matter. It's going in your laundry, but I want it to be somewhat smooth and uniform. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add our fragrance, and in this one I use fragrance oil, and I also use essential oil. So we're going to put in, that smells good. Is that, nope. 2.5 ounces. Well, ugh. I like to put it in the Epsom salt first and then get it all mixed up and let it set for a little bit. And then I add the baking soda to that. And it seems to work just fine when I do it that way. All right. Now, for the essential oil, we're going to use grams. We're going to do 3.5 grams. Now, after we get this mixed up and we're going to let it set, then we're going to move on to room spray. I'm going to make butterscotch and bourbon room spray. And I'll tell you what, it smells wonderful. All right, it's got that. Now's the fun part. Can y'all still see what I'm doing here? Is it raining where y'all are? Because last week I was complaining about how dark and dreary and rainy it was. And guess what? It's the exact same way today. Is it? Did you say yeah, Shane?
Yeah, you're good.
I wish spring would, get here. Not to mention the horrible weather that we've been having. I feel so sorry for people that are facing like devastating flooding and really bad storms, and it's terrible. My heart goes out to everybody, and my prayers are with them. All right, now we're gonna leave that. Whew, and we're gonna move on to the body spray. Sorry, room spray. So let's just move this right back here. And I'm going to get my other scale. So is anybody in here a fan of butterscotch? I love butterscotch. It smells wonderful. This is butterscotch and bourbon, so it's I don't know. How would you describe it, Shane? No idea? There's a little bit of glare on that. Let's get over to grams. There we go. All right. I think this smells so good. And it's a long-lasting air freshener. Or, room spray. All right. I'm going to start with our distilled water. Okay. And next we've got our perfumer's alcohol. There's a glare. I can't hardly see what I'm doing there. All right, and now we have our DPG, dipropylene glycol. I'm not really sure if I'm saying that right, but okay. And now we have just the propylene glycol. Okay. And both of those help with scent dispersion and with longevity. They really enhance this and it makes it last longer. All right, and for our fragrance, I'm going to go ahead and measure the fragrance into the polysorbate I have here. So I have a polysorbate 80 in this glass, and we're going to do the butterscotch. It smells good, doesn't it, Shane? Are you camera shy? All right, and now we got the benzoin oil. Benzoin? Not sure how you say that. But this really makes the scent last. But it is absolutely the worst stuff in the world to mess with. It's super thick and sticky, which is another reason you need the polysorbate in here. So it'll mix up really good with everything. What time is it?
11:18.
Okay, we're doing good. Can y'all see how thick that is? Okay. And we're going to stir all that together. We're going to pour it into our first mix here. It smells so good. All right, now we need our bottles. Now this is the fun part. These are 4-ounce bottles. They hold about 112 milliliters, but I like to, or 4 ounces works out to 112 milliliters. I like to put a little bit more in each bottle. There we go. See? And in these, I have the Blueberry Cobbler, I have Country Roads, I have Lemon Drops, and then this is Butterscotch and Bourbon. I have a hard time pouring or measuring and talking. I can't seem to do two things at one time. And this is going to be my tester bottle. I'm also preparing for an event, a local event. It's like a Comic-Con, but it's called a Cause-a-Con, and they raise money for our local women's resource center. So it's for a great cause. It's a great time. And I think I may do a YouTube live from that event at some point. I just don't know when would be great, when would be best to do that. But definitely going to do that at some point. So here is the finished Butterscotch and Bourbon Amped Aromas Room Spray made by CherryRock Creations. All right. And then I think we might have time to add the baking soda to our laundry scent booster. What time is it, Shane?
11:23.
Okay. And then after we do that, we're going to pop right over to Whatnot. So all these items will be available for purchase. And I got oil all over my gloves, so. We'll go ahead and get a fresh set. Maybe. Okay. These gloves make my hands sweat. And when switching them out is such a pain. But really, all I need them for is this. Y'all see? So we had Epsom salt sitting here, and we had already put in our fragrance oil and essential oil. We let it set for a little while, and now we're just adding the baking soda into the Epsom salt and fragrance. We want to get it good and mixed, and then I'm going to let it dry, air dry for probably about 48 hours, but then it'll be ready to go. Okay. Yep, that smells good. And see, it didn't stick to my gloves that time. That baking soda soaks up a lot of that moisture. All right. Now, I don't know that I'll have a live next week. I will the week after, because that'll be the event. But I don't know about next week, so we shall see. But thank you so much for watching, and join me over on Whatnot. You can find the link in the description. Let's see here. Okay.